Welcome to ATB-TV. I'm Darren Dance here with Peter Morganti on a lovely Thursday spring day, Pete.
Yeah,
and the spring's really starting to heat up now with some terrific races set down for Flemington on Saturday.
Some great fields, yeah. We've got Yogi back there, and that'll be a lovely little test for him as he goes through the grades.
Hardest race he's going to find himself in ever. So
Melbourne Cup winner from last year there.
El Mandan, so I suppose at some point you have to find out and test yourself.
Yep.
To see if you measure up.
I think there's 15 in the race, Darren. 7 are Lloyd Williams's, 4 are Darren Weir, including Yogi, and 3 or 4 others have found their way into the field. So
it'll be interesting to see how many go around at the end of the day.
Yeah.
But you've got to test yourself, you've got to find out whether the dream lives on or not. And the Melbourne Cup weights came out, Pete, and there's been plenty of controversy about the Caulfield Cup non-penalisation, El Mandan
semi-handicap race now.
Not top weight, Order of St George, it's all happening, isn't it?
Yeah, it's certainly caused a little bit of commentary amongst
got Twitter going.
Yeah, Twitter going, and
Tiberian, our horse,
Amanda Elliott going.
55 and a half.
Yeah, only a kilo below El Mandan.
I thought 55 all along. I thought that's what we'd get, but 55 and a half, that's okay.
I think Order of St
At least we're in the race.
Well, yeah, they're not going to miss out.
Order of St George, I don't think it'll come.
No, it's
based on my intel.
Last 2 years has been there in the weights and hasn't come in.
Send Greg Carpenter a box of tissues.
Yeah.
Bitterly disappointed.
He almost got down on his hands and knees to beg him to run.
While he's crying when it doesn't come, I'll be dancing.
Yeah, no, it'll certainly be good.
It's a good horse and I don't want it to come.
Killed him on the weekend again.
Well, and Frankel continues to dominate the world stage. Australia had their first Frankel winner yesterday with Woman, the Gay Waterhouse body trained horse, and won well.
How well bred and more joyous. Woman. Can't tell there was no women in racing because we've got a woman that's going to probably start.
Only Singleton would do that. But it's good. It's been a great week of racing, and we're really looking forward to the Spring Carnival and Tiberian arriving out here on the first shipment at the end of September. So we'll be able to bring you some footage of that in a couple of weeks.
Train to the UK. Train to the UK.
Economy or first class?
My question to you, train?
Yes.
Was you just sit there, you head over the top of the carriage and...
It's a fast train, you know. I've been on that train. It goes about 180 k's an hour.
So does he now spend a bit of time in the UK before he comes out?
So he goes into quarantine at Newmarket.
Yep.
And he'll be there for a couple of weeks.
Yep.
And they still work. It's just it's a stable. Effectively, it's a stable set up, just blocked off.
Confined.
And they've got their own work track there. And you know, you shower in, shower out. And
same as when he gets here to Werribee.
Yeah, so he's got 2 weeks there in quarantine, and then he lands in Australia.
I was looking forward to all that Werribee interaction. That was great with Heartbreak City, and certainly gets the owners excited, doesn't it?
Gets me excited.
Yeah. So we're only 2 or 3 weeks away from that.
This year, now living at Ballarat, you'll be able to zip down
an hour
there.
and a half less, just about live down there.
You will. You'll have all the inside mail from the track. You'll know which horses have travelled well, which ones haven't, what jockeys have been booked for what horse. You'll have the late mail.
I love the whole media. They get there and, you know, there's something works one morning and then it comes out in the press. It's the one to beat. And then it's just the whole involved with Melbourne Cup.
It's actually the lead up that's so exciting. You know, this 8-week lead up. And then we turn up on the day and it's gone. Yeah. And it's over.
I remember last year we were there and Joe Maria, Derby Day, turned up, but he flew out to Gallop Heartbreak City and we were lined up amongst the media. We got our little interview and it was just the whole lot. He had the car he come in, or the chauffeur.
Travelling all right, isn't he?
I think he had a lead car and a following car, and he was in the middle, like talking about superstar jockeys. But all exciting.
It's all part of the fun.
Yeah.
Well, let's wind back and go through our runners for the week, Pete. Where do we start?
Only half a dozen. They all ran fairly without winning, or ran okay without winning. Kilmore, Streets of Dubai, ran 6th first up.
Yeah, I went up to Kilmore on Saturday. And he ran okay. Needed the run, needs further. And I think he finished 6th, and it was a serviceable run. And I'm sure when he gets out further, and maybe when the tracks are not so wet, he'll be a chance to win a race.
Mention of an hour race and maybe D Endelon. Shadow Griffo on the Sunday at Sale, ran 7th.
I think you'd say that was disappointing. She was there to win to get into the prelude of the 1,000 Guineas, so that's gone. Not good enough. Probably ran into a pretty hot field.
Yeah, we did mention
talking
that.
to Peter Ellis yesterday at Mornington, he said that the first 6 there will win their next start. That was pretty much you could argue that was a listed race.
Yeah.
However, they are the horses that are going to the 1,000 Guineas probably, so they are the horses we have to compete with.
Yeah.
And at this point, we can only run 7th against them. There's no doubt in my mind she's looking for 1,400, and she needs to win that 1,400 next start.
I ventured to Cassinan same day where we had Dasher Maple change of trainer, finished 5th, and showed us that maybe we can get another win out of it.
Well, after a couple of disappointing runs at Warrnambool, a change across to Paul Prushka at Horsham, and Holly McKechnie rode again, and the horse put in a good run, didn't it? It ran 5th. I like the way that it sat up closer to the lead, and when asked to go, actually found a bit and stuck to its task. Whereas the last 2 runs it had dropped out. So I think there's something in that Warrnambool track in July, August, when it's really, really wet, that a lot of horses don't go on it. And I think we found that this year. And I was happy with her run. So she'll probably go to a mile next start, and I think she'll be a winning chance.
Yeah, no, for sure. Wodonga, we had 2 runners. Was that the Monday or the Tuesday? I'm lost now, Darren.
Yes, I agree.
Subplane finished 3rd. Jack Hill on board, and look, was only beaten a bit over a length, and still doing his best work at the finish.
Yeah, well, I think we know that this horse needs a big track. Unfortunately, we can't get one. He was off the bridle on the corner. He came out wide, and he looked like he was going to run 6th, but real late in the last 50, he picked up and flashed. Well, I wouldn't say flashed, but got to the line strongly to be only beaten lengthened a bit. And I think if he can get on a bigger track with a longer straight, and he can get balanced up at the 400 instead of the 200, he's ready to win. So I know he's in at Wangaratta, and I know he's ended for Ararat. Just a question whether Wangaratta comes too quick and how wet it is. But yeah, he's certainly ready to win, and he's a big track horse, he's a big strider, and the calendar's not helping.
No, it's not. Captain Harry, the race after, he missed the start, but he was good. He finished 3rd, and he's looking just to get out and trip a little bit too.
He's another horse that's ready to win. Once again, he ran okay. Just looked a little bit green in the straight. When he needed to flatten out and go straight, he sort of got his head on the side and a bit lost. Yeah. But he's only had a couple of runs.
Yeah, that's right.
So
he's improved on each.
He's improving type, and I think next start or start after he should be winning.
Yeah. Yesterday, you went to all-weather Mornington. I think you got sun, hail, rain, everything. You had to wait till the last race. Well, probably the worst conditions of the whole day with Think Bay.
Yeah, look, we had Dandino parading down there between races, and so we got down there at about 2 o'clock, and we went into, I think it was 5:05 or something. Got hailed on, got rained on. I was absolutely drenched, but Dandino looked fantastic and was well received. And then it was easily a heavy 10. You had to be 6 wide there yesterday to be in the finish. You could see that from the race before and our race, where the place getters just came down the centre. The winner was, I think, unbeaten on the wet. We've run 6th. Just the horse where he got into position, he was never going to be able to get out wide because he had too many horses on his outside, and he wasn't actually going that good on the corner in the wet. But he stuck to his guns good. Held his ground to the line on the inferior part of the track, probably 3 lengths inferior, according to our man Peter Ellis. And I thought his run was okay. He was probably never going to win first up over 1,200 on a heavy 10. No. But it's good to have that run under his belt. Yep. I couldn't believe he was a $4 chance. He should have been an $8 chance. But he's got a big following, that horse. And I think when he gets out to 1,400, 1,600, anyone who lost their money yesterday will be getting it back.
Can get it back. Yep. So there were 6 runners. And you could probably say, you know, they've all ran okay. We've had a couple of thirds.
Only probably one disappointing one for the week.
Yep. Let's push forward.
Nothing today, Thursday.
No, but tomorrow.
You're going for a little drive.
I'll head to sunny Swan Hill.
Well, you've had an easy week. You haven't been. Where have you been? You've been
Casterton.
Casterton. That was last week.
Sunday.
You've had the week
I
off.
went to Warragul yesterday for the trials.
Oh, one trial. Pete's had a bit of a holiday this week. I hope he's put his annual leave in. He's done nothing.
Sick
no,
leave.
it's all right. No, so he's off to Swan Hill. 2 runners.
Yeah, we've got Artie Sano, who looks a solid chance, staying at the mile, but a big track mile. I reckon that last run will just tidy him up nicely, and he'll be hard to beat.
He was going to win at Bendigo until the last 50 when his condition gave
Yeah.
out, and you would naturally think he's a lot harder and fitter now.
Slight drop in class.
Big drop in class, Bendigo to Swan Hill. You'd think. I know there's
Dean Yendel's still on.
Yendel's on. It's probably not. It's not a walk-up start, that race.
There's two other horses that have got a bit of form. One
Yeah.
Bassett and Young.
I think with the right run, he can win.
Gate 4, he should get it.
He's probably going to be $4.
Maybe. D Yendel at Swan Hill. They've had a bit of success there over the years.
Okay, he's going to be $2.70.
No, you might be right. He might be. The other two have
Depends
got
if they back
form.
the other one.
Yeah, that's it. But yeah, strong chance.
And Revolutionary.
Following race.
What do you think here? Like, he was terrible at Geelong.
It's got to be a big question. We just want to see him run well, don't we, after the
He was
last run?
Well, we went to Geelong thinking we'd run top 3 and we ran last.
Yeah.
But he came back with excuses.
Hope he spat all that mud out.
Swallowed a clod of dirt and was choking.
He's worked well since.
Was on the wrong part of the track. Apparently he had to be out wide that day and he was on the fence. Very disappointing at Geelong, but...
Field of 8 or field of 9, barrow 6. Well,
you can't tip a horse off a bad run,
No.
but they say you always forgive a horse of one bad run.
at least have that comment, watch. I think we'll be just watching.
Take on trust.
Yeah, hope. Yeah.
He's got the ability.
Needs to improve.
Yeah, I think you just take on trust.
Yeah. Yep.
I think he'll be, if he's got over that and took no harm from that Geelong run, yeah, he can figure in the top 4.
Saturday, we mentioned earlier, Yogi in the list of 2,500 metre race.
Well, this is a massive step up. I can't believe he's only a $12 chance.
Yeah, it's got a bit of a following, man. You talk about
$12. He should be
big
$25 in that field. Like, we've got the Melbourne Cup winner.
Well, and I know one horse is not going there. Packadali. It's going to the Newcastle.
So it'll be scratched.
I heard that on the whisper at the trials yesterday. Because they rang up a form student and said that easier race, more money up north at Sydney, so that's where they're going with him. So it's one less than we used to contend with.
Maybe Yogi should have went there.
Well, maybe. I don't know what distance it is.
Me either.
No.
Anyway, look, we need to find out where this horse is at.
Great.
He missed the run at Moonee Valley. He goes into this really difficult race. I honestly can't believe the $12 chance. He should be a 20-to-1 shot. But, he's entered on a pretty big preparation.
Yeah.
We need to find out whether we're up to this grade at this time or whether we're not. And I think Saturday will tell us that we push on to the Bart Cummings or we drop down to the tier 2-3 level or put him out and refile it next year. So I think Saturday is a bit of a test, isn't it? It lets us know where we're at and where we're going, and you've got to take your chance at some point. He's a winner, he tries, but if he gives old Mandan 10 lengths and beats him, he'll be the spruik horse of Australia.
I reckon there might be the phone ring for a few jocks looking to get on, because he won't have no weight in the cup.
Well,
you might get penalised 6 to 56.
He's got 50. Even Yendel would struggle to ride him at 50.
There's definitely positives there, but there's a couple of negatives there's 6 weeks between runs too, don't like.
Yeah,
I know
he's got him fit.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, we need to find out which way we go, and
either way,
Saturday will tell us we go left or right.
Yep. Sunday, pressing matters.
Well, it's interesting to see if he runs, Pete.
Well, yeah, he's been
scratched on vet's advice.
Yeah, I see the embargoes off, so the vet obviously have passed him. So Johnny Allen is a 2,400 metre, I think it's a super Vobis mate, so it might be a bad little race, but...
Well, it would be, but he's not Vobis.
No, but I mean in terms of the strength of the
race.
race.
It'll be tough.
Yeah.
Geelong Sunday. Oh, look, I'll be happy if he gets to the gates.
And out of them, yeah.
I made the fatal blue the other day going to Geelong, and I think I was talking to you, and I said, oh, there's Weir's truck, it's good, the horses arrived. And then I looked at the TAB on the phone and it said late scratching.
Because that was a day revolutionary run as well.
Last.
So that was a beautiful
what
day.
What a great day that was. Well, anyway, look, he's going to go around, he's no champion, he can win a race, but that's about him.
And obviously we're sitting here now, and the fields will be confirmed any time the next hour, so we're sort of flying blind. But Astrological is a beautiful little 1,300 metre race for her.
Good run last time.
And 1,330 actually, the race. So
she'll need that 30.
Yeah, super.
So I think she's looking for 1,400, isn't she?
Yeah, so this is what we could find now. Step up from the 12 fillies and mares race. She should run very well.
Much improved run last start, and it's got to be a top each way show.
Now, as we talk the next lot, we've got some heavy tracks to contend with here.
Do you really think we're going to go to Hamilton?
Well, it's penetrometer 7.6 yesterday, heavy 10. 7.6, that's gumboots.
Nah, I can't see us going.
PK and Connery nominated for the same 1,100 metre race.
Better get a backup plan there.
I did hear a whisper at Stall might be the transferred venue.
Oh, right.
So if we go there, there's a chance that it'll be
drier.
Tuesday, now there's a couple of names here again, as we mentioned, Subplane and Astrological again.
There.
Yeah. So we'll just wait and see. Dasher Maple, we spoke about her. Paul mentioned a race at Mount Gambier, so that's a long trip now.
I've never been to Mount Gambier races. I might go.
It's got the dog leg, the famous dog leg in the home straight.
I've never been to that track. I wouldn't mind going.
Yeah. Anyway, and one up in Sydney is Reigning Meteor.
First up for
Matthew Smith. Nominated for Kembla, where there's only 9 noms Saturday.
Yep.
But he also mentioned Warwick Farm the Wednesday after. He may need some sunscreen and a cap. It's 35 degrees up there.
Can't believe it. It's 5 here.
That's the next state, just up there. 35. Anyway, so that's covered them all. Now, I'll know more by the time I put this
So
together.
the big question is, Pete.
Yeah.
Where's Craig and Air going?
It's not for another week.
Is it?
Well, I don't know. Come up. If you got it, tell me, because I may have missed it.
It might be in next Wednesday, Pete.
Is it? Where's that Cranbourne? Right, I've missed that. There you go.
Yeah,
I told you I missed one. We only just got there. I haven't got no concrete.
Well, plenty of runners, plenty of chances.
1,800, 2,000? Yeah.
2025 or something.
By the time this is put together, I'll know more.
Okay, you can flash it up.
Flash it up. Now, apologies to Lex. The weather beat me with me 2 tips. I didn't expect a heavy bloody...
She rang the other night.
Yeah.
She said she had to buy a bigger bin to put the losing tickets in. Thanks to you.
Well, thank God she put him in the bin and didn't send them to me.
Neville Giroux rang. Said he's going to send me down a box of wine for not tipping Captain Harry. Kiss of death.
Should have tipped it.
Kiss of death.
Should have tipped it.
Kiss of death.
Kiss are all good to jump on. I forget the winners I tip.
Yeah, so do I.
Yeah, bit of a problem.
Now, next week, Sunday actually, we've got a birthday in the team.
Kathleen Brown.
Kathleen Brown's got the big birthday Sunday, so
I'm not going to mention her age.
Facebook, Twitter.
40-something.
No, later than that.
Is it?
Oh, yeah.
50-something.
Oh, got to be. Hasn't she?
Oh.
She's got big kids.
I wonder what you're going to say there.
Got big kids. She's got to be. She's very secretive about her age.
Yeah, she's
got a few Ks on the clock, I reckon.
Jeez.
Hey?
Kathleen. That's it.
Anyway, happy birthday Sunday, Kathleen, from everyone at ATB and the whole team. Now, this week's promo, Pete.
Another one.
Oh, yeah, we've got to have one.
The other one went bad too last week, which was good.
You must be in the shower a long time if it was sold out while you're in the shower.
Yeah, Dan Dino, he's a popular little boy.
Yeah. So this week we've got a couple of special offers for you. One, well, let's talk about them. Serious Witness. Serious Witness, it's won about $40,000.
Yes.
Hasn't won a race.
Yeah.
Been very unlucky. Having a spell going back into Archie Alexander in a couple of weeks. And how much have we got there to sell?
25 now, I think it is.
25%.
Yep.
So 5% is $750 plus GST.
Yep.
So if you want to get into a horse that's going to win a couple of races around the country later in the year for about $825, ring Pete. She's definitely got the ability. She's a staying mare. She's out of a Galileo mare. They get better with age, and she's sound. So if you want to have a little bit of fun later on, have a look in the newsletter and let Pete know. And the other one is Equieto, the same price, only a couple of shares there.
10%, yeah, so 2.5.
So he's moving across to Paul Prushka, and he's a summer horse. And we raced him through the winter, which didn't suit. But look, he's run well at Moonee Valley, and I think if Paul can get him going on the dry, we're a chance to get the Valley on a Friday night and have a bit of fun with him. So if anyone wants to jump in for $825, there's only a couple of shares. You can ring Pete about that. And we'll have another young horse on offer, which you can wait and read about in the newsletter. It'll be very, very well priced, and you'll have to wait.
Keep them in suspense. Keep them in suspense. No, both those horses you mentioned can win races.
They'll be winning races before Christmas. So if you've been in a horse that's been sold, retired, or you've been sitting there thinking about getting into one, either of those two will be winning races later in the year, and we've had a lot of luck with those second-hand horses, winning plenty of races and good money. So if I didn't think there was wins in it, I wouldn't be offering them. I'd be just keeping them, racing them myself. But I believe there's wins in them, and I think they'll pay their way, and I think you'll have a bit of fun. So we'd love to see you on track with those.
Yep.
All right, Pete. Well, that's a wrap for this week on ATB-TV.
No tips.
No tips.
No, been banished to the bench.
Well,
GWS.
I guess at the end of the day, if you don't give a tip, the result will be the same as if you did.
No, but they might have more money in their pocket.
The owners will like us more. All right, guys. Spring's in the air. We're excited. Until next week, I'm Darren Dance here with Peter Morganti.